One afternoon, driven by frustration, jealousy, and confusion, Kochi walked to the end of the village where an old herbalist named Dibia Okokro lived. People said Dibia Okokro knew everything: hidden sicknesses, lies, secrets, and spiritual matters. He was a man respected and feared. When Kochi entered his hut, the smell of herbs and smoke filled her nose. The old man was grinding something with a mortar. He did not even turn to look at her. "You have been crying for many nights," he said quietly. "Your spirit is very heavy." Kochi froze. How did you know?" The old herbalist chuckled. "Everything is written in your footsteps." Kochi knelt down immediately. "I need help," she whispered. "My co-wife is pregnant with my husband's child. I don't want the child. I want you to stop it." She expected him to shout, or rebuke her, or ask more questions. Instead, he laughed, not a soft laugh, a loud, surprising laugh. "Kochi," he said, still laughing, "your co-wife is not pregnant." Kochi's mouth dropped open. "She is wearing something on her stomach. A fake bump. Your husband is a fool. He believes anything he wants to believe." Kochi felt blood drain from her face. Fake bump, pretending, deceiving Chief. Her heart began to beat very fast. "How can you be sure?" she asked, trembling. The herbalist smiled. "If she were pregnant, the spirits would show me a child. But I see nothing. Only lies." Kochi stood up sharply, shaking with anger. All the jealousy she had been swallowing suddenly turned into fire. She did not even thank the herbalist. She simply stood up and stormed out of the hut, walking fast, almost running. When she entered the compound, she was breathing heavily. She expected to see Adana sitting like a queen as usual, rubbing her stomach dramatically. But what she found was even more shocking. Adana's door was partially open. Inside, Adana sat in front of the mirror, applying makeup, and on the bed was the fake pregnancy bump, a full rubber belly, open and lying on the bedsheet like evidence in a crime scene. Kochi screamed, a deep, loud, painful scream that echoed across the whole compound. Neighbors rushed in. Adana panicked and jumped to her feet, but it was too late. Kochi burst into the room like a wild storm. "So this is your pregnancy," she shouted, pointing at the rubber stomach. "This thing is what you used to deceive my husband." People gasped as they entered. Adana tried to speak, tried to deny, tried to cover her face, but the fake bump on the bed did not allow any lies. With shaking hands, she finally whispered, I only did it so Chief would love me more. I didn't want him to chase me away." The whole compound exploded into noise. Neighbors shouted, some laughed, some cursed, some called her shameless. Kochi stood aside, watching Adana cry, but there was no pity in her eyes. For once, she felt powerful. When Chief arrived, the gathered crowd stepped aside. His face twisted in confusion. "What is going on in my house?" he shouted. Kochi carried the fake bump and threw it at his feet. "This is your pregnant wife." Chief looked down, confused. Then he lifted the rubber stomach slowly. When realization hit him, his legs almost gave way. "Adana," he roared. "What is this?" Adana knelt, crying, begging, explaining, shaking, but Chief was too embarrassed, too humiliated, too angry. In front of everyone, he shouted, "Pack your things and go back to your father's house. I cannot keep a liar under my roof." And that was how Adana, once the queen of the compound, was dragged out crying, disgraced, and rejected. For the first time in years, Kochi felt peace. The next morning after Adana's disgraceful exit, the entire compound felt strangely quiet. Kochi sat in the kitchen, stirring a pot of yam porridge, but her mind was far away. She kept replaying yesterday's drama. Adana's confession, Chief's anger, the shame, the crowd. For the first time in many years, nobody was comparing her to anyone. Nobody was telling her, "Your co-wife is pregnant. What about you?" For the first time, Kochi felt free, but that freedom lasted only a few hours, because the questions she asked herself last night returned with greater force. If Adana was not pregnant, and I'm also not pregnant, then does that mean we are both barren? Or is something else the cause? That thought refused to leave her mind. Something inside her whispered, "There is something Chief is not telling you."